John, a 2-1 defeat in the FAI Cup tonight. What are your initial thoughts on the game?
Obviously really disappointed. I thought we, it's probably since I've been at the club, I think it's the worst we've played. So yeah, disappointed. Obviously the crowd that came through for us, the backers as well, obviously very disappointed that that's what we served up, and unfortunately we find ourselves out of the cup, having not really, I don't think we've really been cut open or anything. I think the goals we've conceded are very, very poor, and it's disappointing because it was an opportunity to try and progress, but unfortunately for us, we're going to be watching it now from on the sofa behind the TV watching it.
You said it was the worst performance since you've come in. Can you put your finger on where you came up short tonight?
I thought we lacked intensity, especially early on in the game. I thought we didn't really. Want me to hold that up while I'm speaking to you. I didn't think we passed the ball well enough. I thought we were really poor in possession, but we knew what they were going to do when we came through. They obviously go quite direct up to the two strikers, and we didn't deal with that. And unfortunately for us, as I said, we end up out of the cup, and it's a really disappointing performance for us.
Yeah, I mean the first half there was very little between the two of you, and it was just maybe an unfortunate goal from your point of view in terms of the concession. It was an unusual goal in the way it went in, but you made a few changes in the second half to try and change things up. Durban comes in, and with his range of passing, actually he almost creates the goal for Owen Kenny, and then the goal that you do eventually get. Were you kind of happier with the performances in the second half of the lads that came off the bench to try and freshen things up for you a little bit?
I thought we had good control, but just again, it's the goals you give up. As you said, the first goal is a mistake, and it's unfortunate for Felix. Goalkeepers, when they make mistakes, generally lead the goals. And we obviously wanted to try and dig him out and help him, get over that mistake and try and go on and win the game. So we're not standing here talking about it, but unfortunately we allowed in a poor goal like that. And then the second one, then it's just a long ball from a free kick from the edge of their box, goes straight over the top of us, and we don't win first contact. And Warren Davis does what he does well. He's done that before, where he managed to get something on it and help it into the net, and unfortunately for us it puts us 2 down, and we're obviously fighting against it, and we scored late on for just Bobby just getting his head on something. But I didn't think we offered enough going forward, if I'm being honest. And
was it disappointing maybe that you had Luke Dennison in there, who hasn't played a huge amount of football himself? I presume that there would have been a plan to try and get a few shots in on him, but it didn't really kind of happen for you. Drogheda defended quite deep, and they had that 3-man, 5-man block when they were defending. Did you find that difficult to break down? And I suppose more so, were you surprised by that formation because it was a change?
No, I think when I seen obviously the team, I had kind of anticipated they might do that because they changed to it last week in the second half. So kind of had a fair idea that they would do that. But yeah, I think when teams sit off you like that, you have to be a little bit more patient in possession. You have to move the ball a bit quicker. I thought we were very slow in possession, and ultimately we didn't do enough to break them down. And as you said, we didn't test the keeper enough, who has had probably one of his easiest games tonight. And it's poor from our part that we didn't test him. That was obviously chat before the game, was can we test him? He's been out for a long time, so I thought when the ball went back to him, when we pressed him, he kicked him out of play quite often, so we just didn't get enough shots to test him and to give ourselves opportunities to score.
Just finally, you mentioned the supporters at the end. If you just came in here when the game was over, you wouldn't know from the reaction your players got that you'd lost the game. You got a really great ovation from the supporters, and I guess that's because they can see the improvement, and there was the win last week, and they can see that things are going in the right direction. So that must mean a lot to you and the players to get that kind of reaction after a disappointing defeat in the Cup.
Yeah, of course it means a lot. I think the boys that didn't, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I just felt that quality wise we didn't turn up tonight, and we let ourselves down in that way. And obviously it's very appreciated that they're obviously there to the end and they're supporting the players the way they did. But from my point of view, we can only apologise that we haven't turned up tonight and that we're out of the cup, and we didn't do enough. This club has had a lot of success over the years, and obviously trying to get it back there, and tonight was an opportunity to get through to the next round. We know where we are in the league. It's going to be very difficult to catch the teams that are quite far ahead of us, but I think tonight was an opportunity to try and get through to the next round, and then hopefully you get a good draw. But good luck to Drogheda. They got what they deserved. I thought they defended well, and they probably deserved it tonight over the piece.